So let's firstly distinguish, of course, there's a full-time format and a part-time format. So let me address the full-time format first. The course comprises of 6 core courses, which you have to do all of them. There are 3 electives that you choose out of 6 that are on offer, and there is the research project. So when we think about that, you'll see on the slide that we will start with orientation around the middle of January, and for the full-time, lectures commence on Monday the 17th of January, and the core courses will be then delivered during the period January to August or maybe September. So that's where the 6 core courses are delivered. The electives will be delivered from September through to November, and following up a few in January and February in 2023. And during that time, towards the end of 2022, you need to start thinking about your research project, about the topic, getting a supervisor lined up. That around October, November, you start thinking about that topic, that you do the research project in the first half of 2023. And the guys that are really quick finish typically around April. The guys that are slow maybe go as late as July, August, September on the research project. So for the full-time cohort, the format is you do 9 courses in this year, and all the courses are in what I call block release, and I'll share that with you what I mean by that. So you do 9 courses this year. You start your research project towards the end of 2020. Sorry, when I say this year, I mean 2022 in your first year. And then you do your research project in the first half of the following year, which will be 2023 in your case, for people who are starting in January 22. That is for the full-timers. It is aimed at people who really can devote pretty much their full time to this course. And it is, I will be honest, it is hard to do it if you are holding down a big full-time job. So we also offer a part-time course that is really targeted at people who are in full-time employment and can't take a lot of time off during the week. Now, the way it is structured for the part-timers is all the lectures are on Saturdays and the exams. So you don't need to take off leave to actually do the lectures. But because of that, it's really spread out over essentially 2 years. So the courses are done in block release. So in other words, you start one course, you finish it. You start the next course, you finish it. But there are 7 Saturdays that the course is done over. The first 2 are essentially the whole Saturday. Then the next Saturday, it's the whole Saturday. And from then on, it's Saturday mornings for the remaining 5 Saturdays. You're done with that course. You start the next one, the same format. So it's a Saturday morning format. The way that will normally work is you would take pretty much all of 2022 to do your 6 core courses. In fact, probably the 6th core course will be done at the beginning of 2023 along with your electives. The research project takes shape at the beginning of 2023, and you actually you defend your proposal around the middle of 2023, and you then do your research. The really quick guys finish in 2 years. Many people take up to about 30 months to do the part-time masters. So those are the 2 options that we have available, a full-time option and a part-time option. Yeah, I think it is important is to zoom into that block structure, because we talk about it's delivered in block structure and some people might not necessarily know what that means. So I'm going to share a slide with you, and I think it speaks to it. So for the full-time format, the course is typically delivered over a 4-week period, each course. So let's say we're talking strategy. Strategy is delivered over a 4-week period. The lectures are delivered essentially all day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You'll have an orientation session in either the morning or the afternoon of the Monday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you are in the classroom all day. And then the next 3 weeks are spent in self-study, working on your project, on your assignment with your group, and preparing for the exam. And the exam is written on the Saturday morning of week 4. So that's how it is if we are in contact. And this is an important point. We are likely to have to deliver a lot of courses next year still in virtual format. or we certainly have to be prepared to deliver courses next year in virtual format. We are delivering all our courses this year in entirely virtual format. If we have to deliver courses in virtual format next year, then the full-time masters, it is the morning of the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of the first week, all morning, and the morning of the Monday and Wednesday the following week, and all day on the Friday again. So just to recap, in virtual format, week 1, Monday morning, Wednesday morning, all day Friday. Week 2, Monday morning, Wednesday morning, all day Friday. And then again, the exam is in exactly the same time, Saturday morning at the end of week 4. So those are the 2 formats for the full-time cohort. For part-time, I think I discussed this. It's a bit easier in the sense that it is every Saturday, starting from week 1, Saturday all day, week 2, Saturday all day, week 3, 4, 5, 6, mornings, Saturday, week 7, exam Saturday morning. Whether you are in the classroom or whether it's virtual, that format works well. So that is the structure for the master's program. So for the full-time masters, the duration is sort of a minimum of about 16 months. So starting January 2022, ending April, May 2023, hopefully graduate July 2023. That's at the short end. The long end, add on 3 to 6 months to that. For the part-time masters, the minimum is about 24 months and the maximum would typically be 27 to 30 months. The 2 courses are identical. The content that we deliver is absolutely identical. They're assessed at the same level. The requirements of the research project are identical. So the only difference between them is really the structure of the delivery, where the part-time is specifically tailored to accommodate people that are in full-time employment and can't take leave. Okay, I think it's very important because sometimes the admission process or the application process can seem quite tortuous. And I'd like to apologize in advance if that is the case. So firstly, you apply through the website. You go to wbsdigital.co.za or you go to the university website directly and you click through to the relevant link for applications. It is important that you find the right place to apply, and what you are looking for is the BCA 01 code, which is the Master of Management in the field of digital business. The Master of Management in the field of digital business doesn't come up in the initial, let's call it, drop-down list. You have to choose Master of Management, and then when you navigate through that, you get to in the field of digital business. So I think that's the first point. Applications are open now, and they will continue to be open until about the end of September 2021. But again, I do urge you to get in the front of the queue because we are assessing applications on a batch basis. And if we get to September and our quota is full and we can't take more people, you wouldn't want to be in that situation. So I urge people to get their applications in early. With regard to the admission criteria, it is a general management degree. So we don't require people to have a technical first degree or a first degree in any particular field. What we do require is that you have an honors level first degree. So that is an NQF 8 level first degree to be able to be admitted to the Master of Management program. That's the first thing you need. You need an NQF 8 level degree. And if it's not a South African degree, it has to be a degree that is recognized by the South African Qualifications Authority, SAQA, as being at an equivalent level to an NQF 8 level degree in South Africa. So just to clarify, an NQF 8 level degree would be typically an honors degree. Engineering degrees are typically NQF 8 level degrees. There are some like Bachelor of Business Science, which is also an NQF 8 level degree. The second thing you need is at least 3 years of work experience. In exceptional cases, we'll take a person with, say, 2 years work experience if it is really relevant and the academics are exceptional. But generally, it's like 3 years work experience plus, and you need to tell us about that in the CV. So that's the second requirement in terms of what we need. And those are really the 2 main things, an NQF 8 level degree and at least 3 years of work experience. With regard to the application process, it is really important that there's a number of documents that we need. We need all of the ones that the website tells you we need, but in particular, you need to pay attention to the certified transcripts of your prior degrees, the certified certificates of your prior degrees, and very importantly, your CV, which helps us assess your orientation towards this and the relevance of your CV, and also your letter of application. Those are the important documents that we really do need and we use fundamentally in the selection process. So the qualification you would get on successful completion of our master's program is a Master of Management in the field of digital business. It is a formally recognized, accredited NQF 9 level qualification. So by that, it means that in South Africa we have 10 levels in the National Qualifications Framework. An NQF 10 is obviously the apex, that is a PhD. But for all intents and purposes, an NQF 9 is the highest level degree in terms of a practitioner and application perspective. So this is a formally accredited NQF 9 qualification from one of the absolutely leading universities on the continent of Africa, and it is a Master of Management in the field of digital business. The certificate will say Master of Management, the transcript will add in the field of digital business. So ours is a Master of Management, it's not a technical degree. So what this degree signifies to the world is that you have been through a rigorous academically rooted process, which is rooted in theory, but is brought into practice and application, but that focuses on a range of management skills and disciplines, from strategy through to transformation and change management, through to technology fundamentals, through to marketing, operations, entrepreneurship and innovation, etc. So the difference between this is it is a broad-based degree, but where everything is zoomed in and honed to be relevant for the digital economy, not the traditional third industrial revolution economy. But it isn't also a technical degree, which signifies that you would be a specialist in data science, for example. But the advantage of that is that means if you have a commerce degree or an engineering degree or even some arts degrees or a lawyer, etc., you can do this program, because this is about helping people thrive in business in the digital economy.